Yeah, do we need? We can turn you up a little bit. Turn my headphones up. I can't turn them up. Hold on. Start it back over.
You heard? What? You heard?
All right. Well, what a grand entrance. Welcome back to Sutton Says. We have another returner. This is a season full of returners, and I'm pretty pumped about that. We've been on this project for a little bit, having some fun. If you're from the area, you already know what time it is. If you follow me on any socials, you definitely know what time it is. We welcome the man whose jersey's on the wall, Kyle Kinch.
Hey, what's good,
How
man?
you feeling, dog?
I feel great. I got me a little piccolo action right here.
Yeah, he's being way more chill right now than during the Brian interview. This one will probably come out. I'll probably put it out after the Brian one, so make sure you go back to that one. Kind of ties in because he actually played the camp-in that Brian was talking about in that episode. There was a lot going on. I hope by the time this one comes out, we've already begun the investigation into Miguel Sosa. I want to find this man, and I need to ask him some questions.
Call 555.
Yeah, I'll put my phone number in the comments if you can find me Miguel Sosa. Give me 45 minutes when I can get Chancer there too, and we'll get after it. But that's for another day. What they don't know, don't show. So camping was what, like summer 2025, right at the end of summer,
Yes.
essentially.
No, end of summer, yeah.
Okay. Since then,
Mm-hmm.
we've had a couple releases.
Mm-hmm.
We got, by the time this one comes out, On the Record will be out.
Yes.
DJ put some jam on the record.
Got to.
What update us? What's been going on in that time frame as an artist in the underground scene?
Things been pretty good, man. I had a couple of shows. Visited Canada for the first time. I was supposed to play up there, but the show got postponed. But I went up and visited anyway because I'm a man that likes to travel.
You hit the zip line.
I hit the zip line. I went to Niagara Falls. I love waterfalls.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. Yeah. I had a show up in Chicago. Had a show down in Jacksonville, which was awesome, man. Got to see my people over there, and it was on my birthday. It's the first time I ever played on my birthday.
Duval.
Yeah, Duval.
Duval crowd seems like they get busy.
They do.
You met my boy Seth there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real,
Yeah.
First thing he said, man, hey, man. I met you with Seth. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, and then obviously I had probably what I think is one of my favorite records that I've made. It was my collab with O'Fire, The Pressure.
Pressure.
The Pressure. And, yeah, that's like, it's the biggest song in my sets for the past year, and I'm glad it's finally out.
Numbers wise, it's got to be one of the biggest releases.
I mean, it's doing pretty well, but honestly, nothing's really topped Hella.
Yeah.
Hella's at like 600, 700K or something. Right?
Over Bossy?
Bossy's right behind it, though. Bossy's around like 400, I think. 400K. And then Manchester's the closest to it, which I think that's around like 500. But like Bossy's catching up, though.
Where's Player Haters Ball at?
It didn't go as crazy as the other ones, which I love. It doesn't make sense.
Half the plays are me, the other half are Jake.
Yeah. But it's still one of my favorite songs, and it's proven. Some songs aren't always for listening at home.
Yeah, it's for the live
It's
experience.
for the live experience, and you always think you never know which one's gonna do best. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea Bossy was gonna go off like that.
Right.
And like I said, it's up there almost my second most streamed song. So.
Similar to playing a live set, when you throw a track out there, you're not 100% certain what the reaction is going to be, and some go harder than you think. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm with that. Let's kind of take it in that lane.
Yeah, that's why I was really lucky that when my career was like first getting off the ground, I had like my residency where I could test out those tracks every week, because then I could see what the actual reaction was going to be
Right.
to those songs, and then I could sit there and either recalibrate if I needed to, or I really knew. I'm like, oh yeah, I got something here.
Right.
Really push that.
And I know a lot of the younger DJs around here, they love how open and welcoming you are. So they ask you for advice and like jumping on you and stuff like that. Contrary to popular belief, you kind of sit on tracks longer than you want to at times because labels don't always pick them up first round. Or what would you say to the kids that just think every single one of your tracks, as soon as they're done, they're getting picked up by a decent sized label, and it's that easy for you?
To be honest, man, it's almost never easy. You know, even my early tracks, the first, my first biggest track on Realm, which was Manchester, I had that one sending out. I had that one for a year and a half before Gorgon City even picked it up,
Right.
and then it still wasn't released till months after that. So it was almost 2 years until that track came out, and
As soon as they started playing that one, though, they were like, "All right, yeah, we got
oh
one."
yeah, it's definitely easy, but it's you're not because like you gotta remember too. A lot of these labels are also run by DJs who are also busy. So like you have to kind of catch lightning in a bottle sometimes to really catch it, even if you have a personal relationship with them.
And they're overseas, so they're on a different clock.
There's a million. So I hit funny thing for all you people out there too. If you're ever dealing with a label that is on a different time zone than you, I always send my email. I schedule it to be sent to them around 7 8 a.m.
They're 7 8 a.m.
They're 7 8 a.m. So I'm the first name they see when they open up their
Right.
so like that in itself has helped me a lot of times just kind of break through. But even then, man, like sometimes sending to a label, like they just don't know that's what they want at the moment. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I think if you listen to the story, I think I heard it with the story of Camel Fat Cola. Camel Fat sent Cola to Defected, and they passed on it originally, and that was Defected's biggest song. I think it got nominated for a Grammy at one
Yeah.
point and stuff. So like, you know, you just can't give up, especially if you believe in your music.
Right.
But don't think this shit is easy. It is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy at all. You know.
And when you say labels don't know that they needed it at that point, what is like they don't know what they're just listening and this is good, this is not. We want to sound like this. We don't want to sound like this.
Well, a lot of the times I feel like when people are producing, and this is why I always say don't produce for going for a specific label. Produce what you want to produce, and then if it happens to fit, it happens.
What do you got?
Labels are thinking ahead. You know, they usually got their release schedule set for the whole year already locked in. So, what is their sound right now? Might
Right.
be the sound that they're looking for because they're already in the process of changing what their sound's gonna be. So, you gotta just produce, have your true sound, and then where you get in where you fit in. It may the doors may open to you as long as you're still working and communicating. You gotta communicate. You gotta put yourself out there, man.
Communication sounds like it's a big one.
No, it's
Just
a big one, and it's even sometimes, man. It's sometimes something I lack on too, and I've it's hurt me by not being as present as I need to be.
right.
So, you always gotta keep pushing through. Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with shows.
Oh, 1000%.
Because I think what a lot of people don't understand now, and it's unfortunate for the up and coming DJs, because they kind of missed a little bit of a window. But at one point, you had all these major artists coming in, and if they didn't have their own tour support, either the club or sometimes their agency, whatever it may be, they'll bring a middle tier DJ, not quite an opener. Well, no, I'm sorry, not quite like a local DJ type of feel, but also not quite on that top tier headliner scale. On the way there, and this is good work for them, good numbers for them, good little paycheck for them. That's dead. That shit is gone. And now essentially the headliner is either playing a longer set, which is cool with me. The local in the area is going to do the warm up and the direct support, or the person, the talent buyer or the club owner or whatever it may be, their friend is going to do direct support, or they are themselves because they just booked themselves on it. The way we talk about it is we say they basically killed the middle class of DJs. I think there's a multitude of reasons, but what do you think some of the bigger reasons are for all that?
So I think there's two big main ones, right? The first one Mentor told us about this years before Pedro, that basically people aren't drinking as much anymore. And if you look at the numbers now, it's crazy.
He called that 10 years ago.
Called that back in 2013.
Yeah, yeah.
And 3 years later, Output, the biggest club in New York at that point, and you talk to any DJ who was around when Output was a thing, that's what they want to play, had the best sound system.
Right.
They had to close the doors.
It's like a space level club that closed.
And the truth is that back then, a club was set for a vibe, right? And the vibe that was set there is what people trusted to go see. And they didn't necessarily need a big DJ to be there. It could have been a local. They just know that's the vibe of music that's going to be played at that point.
Trusted.
And they come, drink, have fun, and the club will still make money because they're making money off the drink sales. But as the emergence of festivals came around, a lot of people were like, well, why am I going to spend my money at a club when I can spend my money at a festival and see a bunch of DJs that are on different levels play? And that started declining with the clubs. And then you get to the level of, okay, people aren't drinking as much anymore. And now, money's starting to get tight for people. So now, instead of spending their money on just going on a regular club night where they can see somebody local or see somebody like mid-tier, they're like, nah, I'm going to save my money for the Fisher. No, I'm going to save my money for the A-list.
The festival in 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's fair.
No, and it's still, look, I'm not saying it's a wrong thing or ever. It's just where everything shifted.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when and we're talking about what? It's 2026 now. He told us back in 2013. So now if you look at it for 13 years, and then you sprinkle a little COVID on top of there, this is where we're at now.
Yeah.
And
flight costs.
And it kind of sucks. Like if you look at the UK is dealing with the issue a lot worse than we are. Their clubs are closing left and right.
Right.
It's the same reason. So that's number one reason, because now you have to have the big name to make money.
Yeah, you're going to miss otherwise. So even paying $3K can be risky.
Oh, 1,000%.
And like doors closing type of risky. Like where in even 2013, $3K, I've assisted in helping to lose $3K multiple times. Like, shout outs to Will Sparks. That was a great show.
Was that Asia?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Crisley.
Yeah,
We got Crisley for like $2,500 and still lost money. But it was
Doesn't make any sense. Like, that should be a fucking slam dunk.
yeah, but it wasn't enough to close the venue. You know what I mean? Like you could get away with that at that point in time. And we got away. I mean, AC Slater is a major headliner, but he wasn't no $25,000 big ticket or even like I'm seeing all these 100K DJs nowadays. It's sick. It's cool, but it's murdered the market.
It's killing the market, and it's like I'm, as somebody who's a part of it, I feel conflicted because you should be paying what the DJs worth, 100%. But I also feel like that price has gotten inflated for other reasons,
Right.
not solely for the DJ anymore, and that's why I think also that it brings me to my second reason. The influx of how much everything started costing.
Yep.
After COVID, I remember the flights.
They basically doubled.
Everything doubled. And if you're a mid-tier DJ who's only getting paid so much.
Let's talk real numbers.
Yeah.
So let's say you're a mid-tier. You used to be $1,500, $2,000. You could get a dope direct support to go with your dope headliner. So headliner, you spent $5,000 to $10,000. That's spending up a little bit, but I could afford to get somebody for $1,500.
Yeah.
And at that point, were they doing? Would you say it was more hotel covered? You get your own flight, and that kind of stuck after a while.
Yeah. I think the main thing was some places would include like a hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
But some places would just be like, hey,
So
you're gonna have to handle everything, but we'll include it in the price, right?
and that's $1,500. Okay, cool. If I can get a flight for $200, get me a quick hotel for $150, I still made some bread. Like I'm doing okay.
Exactly.
When that flight costs $450, when the hotel is $200, and then we're factoring in my agent getting a cut, we're factoring in taxes. I might lose money.
Oh, and we
And
haven't,
I started seeing people losing money to go do shows.
oh, we haven't even started talking about media.
Yeah, yeah.
Pixar
Shout out to
didn't
Janzer Aesthetics.
Pixar didn't happen. So
Yeah.
So
Need clips.
You're doing all this to get a show that you're gonna go play, and then you don't even have any good content from it. And what sucks now is content is king. And
Yep.
it's true. Content is king now, which is also another whole nother bag of worms that we could talk
When you
about.
said, things that drive up the prices and like what people are paying for, a lot of it is they're paying for an influencer that they like seeing on their phone every day. And they just so happen to DJ too. And they also play their favorite songs that are all the top 10 ones on Beatport. So, of course, I'm going to spend $150 to see them at the Hard Rock and be 300 feet away from the gate. Or what was that? What was that one people were complaining about? Was that the Haunted Carnival or something like that?
It was New Year's this year. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names or anything.
Shout out to Hard Rock Bet. I got the hat over there in Hard Rock Stadium. I'm not hating or nothing. I'm just pointing out that, like, that's real.
But that just shows how far away we've gotten from the heart of what this actually is, right? When you are actually disconnecting people from the dance floor.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
And taxing the hell out of them to do it.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, if I'm paying money to go see an artist, I should be able to freely move wherever I want. Now, I understand if you got somebody who's got a table or something like that. Yeah, block that off. But don't cut somebody else from the crowd up in front of the DJ, because not only is that hurtful to the people that are supposed to be your patrons. Remember,
Right.
Throwing a party should be seen as a public service.
You're for them.
You're for them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And when you now switch that to being so money hungry on something, and then on top of that, you've totally disconnected the dance floor, the DJ sees that. They're gonna be like, why isn't there people right here in the front dancing?
Well, if they're a DJ, like if they're cut from the old school type of thing, not none of that new stuff. I'm talking old school. Then yes, they care about that. But influencer DJs, do they actually care about that, or do they prefer to have the crowd right in the stage with them, stacked up, and that's almost more important for them than theoretically having a heart and soul of a dance floor, being able to like push that. They're not. I don't feel like a lot of them are actually in it for that, and you can feel that.
No, I agree,
Hello.
I agree to an extent, but I never like to judge anybody off of how they come up. You know what I mean? Because everybody gets different. Now it depends on what your skills are. Your skills aren't there. Well, I can't help you, bro.
Right.
But I think with any DJ, you want to see the energy there, right?
Right.
You want to see the energy. And if
He wants to see the
he wants to
energy.
see the energy.
Piccolo's got a lot
Tell
to
him
say
about it.
tonight.
He wants to
Tell
see
him
the
about the energy, bud. I'm gonna crank up the snippet too.
Don't cut it in.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I'm gonna sample that later.
Yeah. Stop licking. Golly.
DJ put a dog on the record.
Piccolo put a jam on the record. That's a good point.
That's good.
But yeah.
I think anybody wants to see the actual energy in the place, no matter what type of DJ you are, no matter how long you've been doing it, what your skill level is. You want to see the energy because that's what you're there to do.
Right.
We are energy movers, generators, and that's the difference between real and the ones that just in it for whatever.
Right. So do you think there's a chance that I guess the middle class of DJs can rise again? Or is it's basically dead and you got to push to be a headliner or bust, essentially?
Well, I think there's just got to be a resurgence, man. And I think a lot of people are already feeling that.
Piccolo's very fired up on these topics.
But I think there's going to be a push back to the underground. And I'm not the only DJ that's calling it. A lot of us are calling it right now. And I think once it becomes that, I think those DJs will be able to shine again.
How do you mean a call back to the underground?
Well, I think less focus on events that are spectacles and more focus on events that are actually about vibes. You know what I mean?
Piccolo's trying to be upside down in that thing at 2:45, not listening to the same cookie cutter stuff. I think the cookie cutter stuff and the acceptance of that is what's fried everybody. He's sick of it.
He's done with it, bro.
He's climbing upside down off in it. No, but so more and not necessarily after hours, but just you're saying more I guess thought out and precise events versus the, as Carl Cox calls it, the popcorn and confetti
Yeah.
style of stuff.
Yeah, I think events that are more focused, less focused on, and I'm not gonna say production and everything, because that's still necessary. I wouldn't say necessary, but it depends on your focus. So like one of my favorite parties back in the day was Get Lost.
I was literally just thinking that Seth Traxler at 5 a.m. It was literally one strobe light that randomly flickered and nothing else, and that shit was sick. Yeah, loud as hell, clean. Yeah,
But my favorite thing about Get Lost was the production with it was there was no big LED screen.
none.
There was lights, but they weren't like how you were. They're not flashing or stuff like that. It was all about setting the vibe, and everything was very practical. Everything was
Practical.
It was artsy, and like you had like real art installations that were matching, the vibe. I remember my favorite set ever was it was art department, and it was
In the sand tent.
no, not in the sand. The tent was crazy. We could go back to that. That is rare for me in the tent.
Oh,
Smoked out and just one
yeah.
in the middle. And this was back when Dennis was getting on the mic with
With the headphone, yeah.
Man.
Hey, y'all like that one, don't you?
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, bro.
That was a funky one.
No, I'm gonna tell you straight up that set changed my life.
Yeah,
But
that was Felix the House Cat on the outside stage for me.
yes,
I was like,
that was
oh, wow.
this is the real.
Yeah. I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
Then they moved it to Factory Town.
But like all the lights and stuff they weren't flashing and stuff like it was just vibe change. It would slowly change in color. Like I said, all the stuff was practical. One disco ball in the middle, it would pump with CO2 so that you weren't focusing on the DJ, you were focusing on the vibe around it,
Right.
And
But the music was hitting.
the music, once again, the music is the simple.
Yeah.
And
Will you relax, bud?
we've lost that a little bit, but and I'm not saying everybody lost that. There's events out there like I occasionally find an event where I'm like, yeah,
Proper.
this is proper.
Right.
So I'm not saying it's gone. I just see that it seems like that the powers that be are the money behind it right now,
Right.
and the money behind it has, I'm not gonna say corrupted, even though this should be the right word.
I think that's the word, yeah.
It's tainted what really makes this, go.
Most events are thrown with negative intentions. And not negative.
I wouldn't even say it's negative intentions. You know what I mean? Because they intend to put on everybody expects to put on a good party.
No.
Okay,
no.
We know some who aren't.
Yeah, like no, there's some that want to make cash money.
I agree.
That's the only thing I care about.
I agree. But
How can I bang these people over the head?
I agree.
Give them an artist that I don't personally listen to or like, but I know these bozos will spend $200 to see this cat, and I can charge them $15 for a water, and they're gonna do it.
Listen, I do agree, but I do think some people are focused on making money while putting a good party, but they're not thinking in terms of the crowd.
Right,
They're not thinking of it from the perspective of the actual concert goer,
right.
right? If I'm sitting there, and once again, this brings it back to Get Lost. Man,
The best.
Anytime I was at Get Lost, it didn't matter where I was in the crowd. It didn't matter what venue I was in, whatever. I always felt like there was a breeze hitting me. There was fans everywhere. I never ever felt like I was getting overheated.
Until what? When they moved it to Factory Town.
And even honestly, the first year they had it at Factory Town, it was still kind of vibing. It changed a bit.
It was way different.
It wasn't as special. It was not as special.
Yeah, was not practical.
And it can't be and it can't be special like that because the whole point of Get Lost was this is its own space.
Some weird, yeah.
They made this for this. Factory Town was we have a bunch of parties. Get Lost is going to be in the middle of these parties, but we're going to get back to our other
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't feel as.
I didn't like it.
I still, hey, look, I'm gonna be
And the staff was different. You remember when I was going when we were trying to see Auntie Natasha, and we had the VIP bands, and the one other person didn't, and they got really that dude crashed out like he was about to fight me. Like, she's not fucking in. I'm like, bro, we've been coming to Get Lost for 5 years. No one's ever cared about nothing.
Yeah.
And now we're getting tough
Yeah.
for Auntie Natasha. Love you, Natasha Diggs. But like,
We showed you.
I was that close to seeing ya. But
We were actually just watching from the outside for a couple minutes.
yeah, and I'm like, damn, I bet that's fire in there.
Just with some Dido playing, bro.
Yeah. It's like, let me go get a pineapple or something. Let me go pay $40 for a drink.
Yeah.
But again, that kind of stuff has almost like soured me with a lot of the industry, seeing how essentially to compete you need to be an influencer, micro influencer on a certain level. For one, that ain't got nothing to do with music whatsoever. You don't even have to have music in it half the time. It's cool when, like, you know, it's a good person and they're funny and they can translate that humor into social media. That's awesome. What I can't get down with is the same just cornball, same cut. I'm completely over the outdoor live sets by yourself. I can't do that. When I sit here and even if I'm just like testing something, I need another person or two like here to like so I can actually analyze is this working? Because me just like jacking myself off like, man, I'm so good. These tracks are so perfect. They're all going to love it. That's not doing anything. And you might be right. It might be a clean little set. You might have a nice backdrop, but that's not it. Like,
I personally usually don't like it
yeah.
because if I'm playing and I'm not even saying the camera's on, I'm recording stuff like that. I need feedback, right?
Yeah.
I need feedback.
I need to make a read.
Now, is there times where I could just sit there and DJ and just vibe by myself and have fun? Yeah, I do that. I do that a lot when I'm practicing or it happens to be an after party and I just hop on and I'll just sit there and just vibe. But like, that's me in my natural setting, just doing it.
Right.
Once the camera turns on, now it feels performative and it doesn't feel right.
Right.
It doesn't feel right. And so I can understand why you feel that way about doing it. I understand why most people feel that way. I feel like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of DJs feel this way. I think we're just tired, man.
It's too much.
I think a lot of us are just tired. And like, I'm not knocking social media because social media has opened the doors for a lot of great artists.
Right.
But now that it's become a necessity, now that the fact that it is the determining factor for a lot of
It's social currency. Yeah.
now, I think that is unfair, especially when, man, we've seen it where like a website gets hacked or something. Bro, something gets hacked tomorrow, all that's gone.
Yeah.
All that's gone, and then what you got left?
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I hate.
Think about the times that Instagram just goes down for a couple of hours. People implode. I think that's happened to TikTok once, and people literally thought their industry was done. And for some people, when they lean that hard into it, it is. It's just like kind of any other job where, like, you know, you could just get wiped that day and you got to, like, restart. But we are definitely way too invested in the numbers, the algorithms, and, like, you would say the agencies, that's basically all they're into now?
No.
The data and, like, all the analysis that they're doing is just
data is
socials.
Let's be real. Data is data.
Streaming numbers and music, that's one set of data.
Yeah.
I think that's on the back burner. And the data they're actually analyzing is the social numbers.
I think it depends on your agency, number one. But I also think.
Ooh, I got an agency we can talk about.
No. Not here.
I heard
Not here.
I heard they were on the flight logs, dog.
Not here.
All right.
You know who we can talk about that? Miguel Sosa.
I'm gonna find Miguel. That's gonna be my best friend. He bought me time. That is the toughest walkout line. That's gonna be the tagline for the episode. I bought you time. Hits cigarette, flicks it out.
You know the scene in Man on Fire? I wish
I thought you were gonna say from Flight. Yes, I was drunk. I was drunk then. I'm drunk right now.
That's all me dead serious, and I realized how funny he is.
He's the goat, bro.
He's the goat, dude. He's the
No,
goat, man.
I don't think there's, I guess, a lot of. I don't want to be like so negative. I feel like I'm being so negative about all this, but it's just in a crappy place where you essentially, if you don't have consistent shows, and even if you do, you're finding yourself either doing graphic design yourself or outsourcing it to someone consistently. You're editing and creating videos and or most of the time and outsourcing it for random one-off shows and whatever else you're doing just to keep it up. You're obviously organizing, downloading, producing the music itself. How much more do you need to be doing?
I mean, clearly everything. But I think the main thing right now, and it's not even about being negative. If you just look at the weight of the world right now, there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And people who aren't even doing the stuff that we're doing are tired.
Yeah.
Everybody's tired.
I'm tired, man.
We're all tired.
These bots on the internet are exhausting.
And music is supposed to be our outlet. You know, this is one of the things I've said, and you can look back at other interviews I said. The best music is usually made in times of stress and peril. Some of the best music ever is in times of suffering, right? But I think we've gotten to the point now where the suffering's nonstop. It's on our phone consistently.
Every time I open it, yeah.
And now when I try to go to my release, you know, which is music and I'm working on it and stuff like that, now I gotta worry. Now the next thing, as soon as it's done or before I even start, is how am I gonna get this out? And now the content wave comes, and now I'm back into this spiral of how am I even gonna show what my passion is when it's got all this weight behind it, and now I've got stress on top of stress on top of stress. You got stress from the outside world. You got stress from your job. You got stress from your passion. Like it shouldn't be like that.
Just stress all the time.
It's just stress all the time.
Is it just a U.S. thing, or is this in the U.K. with my mates? Yeah, because you're pretty tied in with a lot of the cats overseas and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of friends over there, man.
They're tired too.
They're tired. Everybody's tired, man.
Yeah.
We all feel it. We all talk about it.
So how do you decompress and continue to push forward? Because it is stressful, and this whole industry will bang up your mental.
Yeah.
You'll think you made the perfect track. It'll get no numbers. You'll make the perfect piece of content. It'll get shadow banned, or even worse, it doesn't get shadow banned. Everyone sees it. They just don't fucking like it. All that is not good for your mental. And then you're competing against that. You're competing against yourself in the studio, where you're just monotonously playing with loops. That's the shit that drives me crazy. Oh my Jesus Christ! No.
Loop Nation.
Yeah, I can't do it, bro. That's when I tag in Miguel Sosa and tell him to take it from here. But it's a lot. How do you relax? Keep yourself sane is the biggest part. You're not one of these dudes, and again, not being negative, but a lot of artists, their releases and their ways of decompressing and dealing with it is drugs.
Right.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Technically still a drug. People call it whatever, but that's not your style. Never really has been.
It's never really been, man. I that stuff never really did anything for me.
Yeah.
I always kind of what used to be my decompression, it still is. It's just especially when I hop on the decks and I start playing.
Bro, I thought you were about to say Xbox. Or man, when I hop on that Nintendo Switch.
First of all, you know I'm a PlayStation fan.
Yeah, my bad.
You know I'm with the station.
Yeah.
But no, that helps. But like that's also, I feel like that also somewhat disconnects me to the music a little bit, unless I'm playing a game that's got really good music in it.
Sonic.
Sonic, fucking great.
Yeah.
Sonic R fucking soundtrack beat.
Yeah.
Sonic slaps.
what was it? The Sega sound system or something like that.
Sega Sound Generation. No.
Tough name, great
I don't know.
music.
Great music, bro.
Yeah. We'll find them and clip
Yeah,
it.
like if the game has good music, then yeah. But like I also feel like gaming is more of a different kind of, you know, decompress.
Right.
I think playing, which is a double-edged sword, because now you gotta be producing to play. You gotta be out here in the know to be getting booked to play. So you know, but I think also going to the gym has helped a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I see it with it, and I see it not just through me, but a lot of DJs are doing that. You know, you can see, you know, John Summit in his run clubs, and Sam Devine's been sober, I think, over a year now.
Yep.
Doing sober specific parties. You're seeing a lot more day parties now, coffee shops and stuff like that. So I think, you know, I think people are starting to try to find a more wholesome way to do things, and that doesn't mean that the old way is wrong. You know, there's just a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
You know, why can't I party during the day and I can party at night?
And if you're getting your stuff done and it's not affecting your day to day, you know, release how you gotta release, whatever. Do what you gotta do. Everyone goes about it their own way, but when it does start affecting your relationships, your job, your bills, you can't be getting evicted from your house and then saying, "Well, I'm going to go drink because I'm stressed out." That's not gonna help. We gotta figure something out, Brody. You know, but I don't know. I think the healthier lifestyle thing is helping the industry. That's one of the positives I'll point out, and it's not as frowned upon as it used to be. You used to be the fed if you weren't doing anything. You're like, oh no. Even just saying I'm not drinking tonight was like. Now it's like, okay, bet, cool. Like it's not as stressful.
Bro, I had somebody try to clown me for not drinking.
I've seen that happen with you a lot.
And I think the funniest thing was he's trying to clown me for drinking, but he didn't know I took a shot like 3 minutes earlier.
Right.
Like I clap back and I'm like, first of all, bro, who are you?
Why you even come visit me, man?
And he's like, and then like once I like stepped to him, he's like, oh man, I was just joking. I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, you never make fun of somebody who decides that they don't want to drink. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're dealing with.
You don't know.
They're still fucking out here. Never shame somebody for showing up.
Right.
Never.
And not drinking, that's something personal going on with you.
Yes.
And most of the time what I think it is, you think you're better than me because you're not drinking. And it's like, I didn't say that.
If you're saying shit like that, then yeah.
But why even formulate those thoughts?
Exactly.
But it comes out. And I've heard it come out consistently with a lot of them, which is just like, yeah. It's in the playbook, essentially.
Yeah. And like I said, I've been able to hang out with people that are fucked up on all types of shit while I'm completely sober. And I have a great time. It don't matter, man.
Right.
You know, some people can't deal with that. And, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
That bird show, I didn't drink even a single shot.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Yeah. Vibes.
It's not that deep.
Yeah. I didn't drink really at all that night either.
But that was one of the first times at M-Bird specifically where I was like, yeah, no, I'm not drinking. It's whatever. And no one gave me shit. Like, not one like, oh, bro, nothing. Just like, oh, okay, cool bet.
And that's one of those things where I feel like when the vibe is right, you don't have to.
Right.
You're getting high on life.
Right. Just chilling. Yeah. It's okay to just chill a little bit. People don't know how to do that, bro. Everything's got to be a lot.
Okay to chill, my man.
Yeah, you getting too close to rubbing my leg though, so I'm a adjust, cause I'm not vibing like.
He's a good boy, man.
Nah, I know, and whatever, bro. You just getting a little too close to my leg, dog. I wasn't. The vibe wasn't that right. The fuck. I've been trying not to cuss on these too, but golly. I mean, make sure you all stream on the record.
On the record, baby, March 6th.
You got any more? He says March 6th. It'll probably, I don't know if this is coming out before March 6th. It could. I could just start dropping.
Whatever.
I'm going to get that last one I recorded out ASAP. I'm going to get the Tev one out. I didn't mention it in the last one, but Professional DJing 101 will be coming out pretty shortly here too. I've gotten like 4 of those recorded, got to edit It'll be pretty helpful for any younger DJs, older DJs, middle-aged DJs, anybody. It's basically covering budgeting, invoicing, mental health, physical health, work habits, 10 parts, basically everything. Kyle's more on the other side of the industry with the underground. What would you say right now? And I know we've asked it before, but it can always shift. It can stay consistent. Advice for the younger wave. They haven't gotten all the releases, maybe haven't gotten picked up on any shows, minimal shows, couple here and there. What do they got to keep in mind?
I think the number one thing, and I feel like it's become less and less, is
What is that?
I want to say necessary, but people have forgotten. You got to do your history, man. You got to do your history when you're in this music. And I see too many people who are, you know, getting into this or doing something or screaming something at the top of their lungs that this should be this way or something like that, and they've never, they don't even know where this music came from.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I think they need to do their history on why we're at where we're at in this industry. You know, they need to know where this music came from.
Do some homework.
You got to do some homework, man.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you're not, then why are you even doing it? You know what I mean?
So by homework, are you talking about going and finding YouTube documentaries, talking about stuff? You talking about digging into tracks?
I'm talking about digging into records. I'm talking about reading up on, you know, the history of house music and electronic music. There's multiple documentaries about it. Talk to the OGs. I see a lot of times where people think it's us versus them and the old heads hate us and stuff like that. Well, you don't. It don't. The relationship doesn't have to be like that.
Right.
You can show your respect and be like, hey, you know, how did y'all used to do it? You know, what was the situation like that? You know, I mean, we've had when we were young bloods.
That was it.
When we were young bloods, we had the older guys like correcting us on things, and we saw it with open eyes, and now we understand what they were saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it needs to be a lot less of us versus them. Just man, ask your elders.
Yeah.
You do that with your grandparents.
Check with OG.
Yeah, check with OG, man.
Might know some shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, well, do your homework. Check with OG. Follow Kyle Kinch on all socials. It's literally just at Kyle Kinch.
Kyle Kinch on everything.
Everything. YouTube, MySpace.
Instagram, MySpace. Yeah, MySpace.
Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, but it's off and on, man.
It's overwhelming.
It's and a lot has changed recently.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to decide if I want to continue to focus on that. But
Graham's all right.
yeah.
And there's too much going on there for me too. So like, yeah, either which way, we'll have to keep just doing all that shit because we literally love music that much that we just do shit that we don't want to do because that's part of the game. But drink your water, find healthy habits, stream on the record. Make sure. I might have to make Piccolo an Instagram because I was about to plug him. Yeah. Piccolo, you got anything you want to tell him before we wrap this up? That's what I thought. He got most of his thoughts out earlier. And you know, when he first started speaking, I was like, wow, I'm glad somebody said it.
Yeah.
He was just letting it all hang out.
You gotta have somebody that's gonna tell you the real, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he's always doing.
AKA Young Brickolo.
Brickalo. The Brickalo first.
We're going to get the fudge out of here. Peace.